Ice, icicle. Pops, popsicle. Testing, 1, 2, 3.
Warning. The following podcast is another wasted hour. Warning. The following podcast is another wasted hour.
Don't waste my motherfucking time!
Well, that was a really good sound check, Victor. Nicely done.
Testes.
Yeah, you sound
Testes.
good. Yep. Yeah, we hear you loud and clear, both of them.
Oh, all right, perfect.
Yeah,
Good.
that's
Can
great.
we start the show now? I'm gonna push record. Are you ready?
Yeah. Oh, we're not recording yet? Oh, in that case, I have terrible things to talk to you about.
Hold on, we need to restart the whole thing.
Oh,
all right?
yeah, one more time. From the top.
Let's just record the thing twice, just to be sure.
2 half-hour wastes, just back to back. That's good. No, we're hearing you loud and here. We hear both of your testes. However,
What else do you hear?
Yeah, we would actually rather those 2 testes be replaced with 2 ignorant, uninformed, ill-advised, self-deprecating morons ranting about opinions they have no right to have, which are probably wrong and absolutely do not matter.
That would be so distracting all the time trying to walk around with that in your pants.
Yeah, we'd have to have loose pants, that's for sure. Our goal here at Another Wasted Hour is to convince you that where we hail from, just outside Washington, D.C., is not just a city of politics and scandals, but one brimming with art, music, and culture. As impossible as that may seem. So listeners, now that you know why you're here, I'm Keith. My co-host is Victor. Say hello to the folks, Victor.
What's going on, ladies and gents?
And straight from a porno soundtrack, we have our friends Surprise Attack!
Hyundai!
Well, thank you for having us on, guys.
Yes, very much so. So we have Jay from Surprise Attack. This is your second time on the show.
Yes, I'm one of the show OGs.
Yes, exactly. You were in one of the first 5 shows, I think. And then what we did is we had a band member with you who's now so afraid of the show that he sent somebody else in his stead, right? Is that my understanding? So now we have Danny.
How's it going, guys?
And you're a virgin to Another Wasted Hour.
I am a virgin to Another Wasted Hour.
I assume, at least in our incantation, because I'm guessing with Surprise Attack and all the funkiness that's there, you guys are not foreign to having wasted hours. I have something important that I think we need to talk about. I don't know if you guys have been keeping up with the news or not, but apparently our divine leader, Donald Trump, has decided, much like North Korea or also France for Bastille Day, would like to have a military parade in the middle of D.C. down Pennsylvania Avenue, tanks, rocket launchers, all of the show of might that you might do in a Nazi Hitler kind of way.
I was going to say some sort of pseudo-communist nation.
No. There are countries all over the world that do this. It's not. We're going to give it all of the crap that we can. But the fact of the matter is, it's not unusual. If you look, if you look at countries that have militaries, they do this from time to time. It's a thing. So he has decided that this is something he'd really like to see. 4th of July, you go down to the National Mall and just watch the weapons go by. I was thinking that this is a really cool idea, but maybe the theme's a little off. Do you guys have some ideas of other parades that might be even more fun for the U.S. citizens to go and be a part of during July 4th? Do you guys think of anything?
Well, I mean, we got to flex to keep Canada at bay. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah.
If
Did you know that I think it's 80% of their population is amassing at the border of the United States? Now, some people would say that it's because of the rest of the Canada is just ice and barely livable. But if you notice, most of the population is right there within probably 100 miles of the border, just waiting, just holding off and thinking, maybe. So
they don't want to live in the Great White North part of the Great White North.
Right. I mean, it's great, right? Isn't that what they're saying?
Mm-hmm.
They're like, hey, look at this white area with all of this frozen stuff. What would you say about it?
Not
and they were
bad.
like, it's pretty great. Otherwise, they'd just call it the large white north. Yeah, that's so. What do you think we should do to keep Canada at bay, Jay?
Well, I mean, they might ask really politely if they want to come here. So
yeah,
we got to stop it.
Okay, so do you think a parade will do that? what theme would you give to the parade? Just rudeness? Like
Yes.
a rude parade?
You got to show them the American way.
Right? Like just it's same soldiers, just no weapons, just middle fingers in the air. And
That's rude.
yeah, and people going, "Oh my god, that's very untasteful."
We can name it the Never Say Sorry parade.
The never say sorry for
Sorry,
Hashtag
actually.
Kofefe.
right. I like that. Here's my thinking. So a lot of like a lot of parades have like candy they'll throw, and people love that. But what we want people to realize is that in the United States, you've got to work for what you earn here. So I'm thinking a piñata parade where you at least have to bash the piñatas to get that candy. And then we're trying to get, America's known for being a little overweight. So that's going to include exercise, right? Which is an important piece of
As
becoming
well as
violence.
rioting.
Yes, right.
It is a military parade. We could put hand grenades in the piñatas. You hit them, everybody will have to run. Americans stay in shape. We show the military might. Boom, problem solved.
Yeah, look at that.
Literally, boom, problem solved.
If we could also throw this parade possibly in Philadelphia, I'd appreciate that as well.
Right.
I'm just
Maybe
saying.
Atlanta.
How weird would it be? Because they won the Super Bowl. I don't know if you guys knew about football, but it's a thing. And
We saw it.
yeah. And then we literally, friends of ours were talking. We're like, so we all agree that tonight people are going to light Philadelphia on fire. We just don't know if they're going to be happy or angry when they do it, right? And sure enough, they were happy. And so,
A happy fire, in my experience, is always more fun.
yeah. So imagine like just weeks after that, we just have the military roll through there. They might think twice next time and be like, we should really cool this down when we do sporting events.
You don't want to light any fires while the military's in there. 'Cause
Right.
Somebody's inevitably going to shout fire, and then 3 city blocks get leveled.
That's how the revolution started, right? Poor Crispus Attucks. So did I get that right? Did I? That was good. Good
That was
pull.
some solid knowledge.
Yeah. So Victor, how about you? What if you were president right now and you could throw any parade? What would it be in DC? This down Pennsylvania Avenue. The Victor Parade would be.
I am stuck between pet rocks and removed tumors.
Just you would just roll removed tumors down the
In
road.
jars. In jars. They would just roll by.
That's the craziest. Like I would sit there watching and be like, "Oh, parade! I love parades." And by the end, I'd be like, "I hate parades now. I fucking never want to see a parade."
Organs are welcome too.
Right. Just the sheer amount of vomit that would be in the streets as that went by, as you just watched tumor after tumor, just and imagine the like really big ones in a giant jar, and you're like, "Oh god!"
Oh no, okay. That one looks like Texas. You know?
Right.
But you want really gross? I have
That's a whole
heard
baby.
before that inside tumors they have found real teeth.
Yeah, and hair.
Because
What?
Yeah, because the
I dated
cancer
a girl
cells,
like that once.
They want to become something. They're like they're just growing rapidly. They don't know what they're supposed to do, so they become a tooth.
That's like my little brother.
That's how he was. Yeah, that's the story of how Keith was born.
Right. I don't know. I don't know. Play guitar. Or maybe I'll
not
do
a baby,
computers.
I'm a tumor.
I'm gonna be and that was my interview. That was my job interview right there.
Solid.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll just go with pet rocks then.
Right. They're like, why should we hire you for this particular position? It's like, I grew a tooth. Well, that's solid.
As did we all.
You're in.
Lots of them.
That's amazing.
Very special.
Yeah, so there's a lot of parades we could have. I imagine if we really want entertainment, if somehow we could just make the whole parade route really slippery, that would be great, right?
Well, just like how they had to put hydraulic grease on all the poles outside the stadium.
Oh, right. In Philadelphia,
yeah,
yeah.
so the Philadelphia fans couldn't climb the poles to get in. They would just slide right off.
That's amazing.
So
Yeah.
it ties right in with the Super Bowl. So we should just do that along the whole streets.
That guy had to be sitting there thinking, this is my job now. My job is greasing a light pole because other idiots won't stay off of it.
No, grease the street itself. Just
Yeah.
have like a DC long slip and slide.
That would be awesome.
That sounds
I would do that.
amazing. You can hang piñatas in the street and give people bats, and they'll hit them as they go.
That'd
Yeah.
be the fastest parade ever, man.
It would be amazing. So what we've learned is, and here's the thing, we don't really need a show of might, I don't think, because I don't know if you guys saw this online, but we just did a test flight of the Falcon Heavy. Did you see that?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's a big ass fucking rocket that just launched a Tesla into space.
Why?
Because you can. That's the most
Because
American
reasons.
thing,
Oh,
right? Is to just be like, we're doing a test flight of this thing. What are you doing? We're going to launch a car into space, America.
Why? Because reasons.
Right. It's going to, here's the fascinating bit. I don't know if you read up on it. Its goal is to go to Mars, and then it's going to release a Tesla into orbit of Mars, just so that when other aliens come to Mars, they're going to be like, "What the fuck?" Right? And we're like, "Well, now you know." Right? And
No,
so,
I feel bad for the guy who has to go and appraise that car after it lands. That's gonna suck.
so there you go. I mean, that's pretty badass. I think that's just us going, look at this. Look at what we've done. But no, we're gonna have guns in the streets and big missiles and things.
Just when Tesla thought that pretentious custom license plates weren't enough.
Right.
They had to launch it into space.
Exactly.
No. Just when you thought it was safe to get in a Tesla.
Elon Musk was like, so I've heard that you guys want flying cars. So you're welcome. I made one. Not quite what you were thinking. No, we meant rocket car. No, that's also what that was. Okay, never mind. So, all right, without further ado, now that we've talked about all of the news that has happened this week, we would also like to talk about things that maybe aren't news. We're going to put you guys in a different position than you've ever been in before. Now, we know from your
Hold
experience...
on, let that sink in for a minute.
Yeah. We know from your experience as the soundtrack of pornos that you know a lot of positions. This is not
I
one
was
you've...
about to say.
Yeah, this is not one you've seen before. We are going to make you media moguls. You're going to be editor-in-chief of your own publication.
Woo!
Pretty exciting,
That's
right?
my dream.
We, as your loyal reporters, have gone out and scoured the web and found you news articles that we're going to pitch, and you're going to let us know whether or not they make it into your publication and perhaps where. By the end, we're going to need to know the name of this publication, so put your creative thinking caps on. This is known as the Weather Report. Victor, tell us what's up.
So we were just talking about the Tesla. Elon Musk's Tesla overshot Mars's orbit and is headed into the asteroid belt.
What?
We did the math. Tesla did the math wrong. So it says their Tesla Roadster, which launched on top of the SpaceX's Falcon Heavy earlier today,
Yeah.
is going farther into the solar system than originally planned. The car was supposed to be put on a path around the sun that would take it into the Mars orbit.
Yeah.
But the rocket carrying the car seems to have overshot that trajectory and has put the Tesla in orbit that extends out into the asteroid belt between Mars and Jupiter.
Thank God that thing has bumpers on it.
No, I'm thinking like that thing's going to look like it went through a real bad hailstorm.
Yeah, really.
It's
Yeah,
gonna be
we don't
bad.
cover asteroid damage.
But I'm thinking my take on this is we could put a car on Mars. That would be cool.
Yeah.
Or we could just launch it into space and see where it goes.
Yeah.
It's got a driver. It's not like it's going to, violate any laws. So,
Sure. Here's the thing I wish they had done, and they missed out on an opportunity, right? Is what they should have done is sent this into space, but with one turn signal on, right? Like just so that it goes thousands of miles, thousands of just light years into space, and everyone's going like, "Are you gonna go left or not? Are you going?" Jesus Christ, just switch lanes already.
And not just that, but it's like it seems to be rotating. So I don't know if it's going to go left, right, up, down, side. What is it? What do you pick
Right.
a direction?
There's no up out here. We don't know where you're headed.
Well, the coolest thing about this is that the farther you get away from a source of gravity,
Yeah.
the more time changes, right? So on Earth, time passes at a certain rate.
Okay.
You go out into space, and it passes more slowly. Mm-hmm. So by the time that car hits something of consequence,
Yeah.
maybe some alien race is like, what the fuck is that's a nice car. And they bring it back
Ooh.
to us.
Classic.
Like thousands of years will have gone by. So in about like 20,000 years, we'll get that car back.
Yeah. And it'll have so few miles on it, which is kind of a lie. But it's the only time the odometer doesn't really work, right? Like, this traveled 47 million miles, but on the odometer, it's just 8 miles. There's 8 miles on it. It's
Hey,
brand
they
new.
brought it back with a full tank, so
Right.
it works.
It was owned by a little old lady who would just drive it back and forth from Alpha Centauri. So
So what do you guys think?
Yeah,
Tesla fucked up, but it's still kind of awesome.
I gotta say, it's going in my publication.
yeah,
Awesome.
You know, I mean, he can kind of afford to fuck up from time to time. So
Sure.
like, that's not gonna be front page for me. But you know, I might be on like the 3 pages back.
what I was really I didn't know about the car at all while I was watching the news feed. I was super hoping that when like the container opened, just confetti would come out. Right? And, like,
Bubbles!
right? And you're like, "Poof, it worked, everyone!" And just
All right,
confetti
so-
comes down from space and.
It's a whole bunch of CDs with the single on it, Never Gonna Give You Up.
We just rickrolled the entire universe.
Yes,
Yeah.
I like it. Danny, you agree?
Suck on
Yeah.
that Alpha
I
Centauri.
think we should do the follow-up story too, because they always claim their cars are super safe, right? So once it's in the asteroid belt, we'll really know how safe it is.
Yeah,
Will
that's
it
true.
stay
Right.
together?
Right.
The pilot, they call him a pilot because he's in space. The driver,
Yeah.
nicknamed Starman.
Starman,
We'll see if he comes back in One Piece.
He's right now in that Tesla going, the fucking GPS doesn't work.
Global position. You need solar positioning
Right? It's
system.
just an arrow that's like that way. That's where the global is. It's over there.
Make next legal U-turn.
All right, turn around.
Awesome. All right, Keith, what do you got for us?
What I've got for you is we talked about Canada amassing, obviously, their population at the border. This week, Russia tells NATO not to worry about the missiles that are on Lithuania's border. Not a big deal, everybody. So apparently, I assume after getting a letter from his HOA, Putin found out that he can no longer store his highly advanced ballistic missile systems in his shed. So he had no other option than to store them on the border of Lithuania. So he's moved them there. And then in a classic, not in my yard move, Lithuania said, seriously, those are cutting edge nuclear capable missile launchers literally in our backyard. To which Russia, I assume, responded,
Could you not?
yeah, I assume Russia responded, these old things? Why are you so nervous? We would never invade a sovereign nation that is happened to be part of the former USSR that isn't named Ukraine. So nothing to worry about. It's I think if my neighbors were to move nuclear weapons or nuclear capable weapons closer in their yard to me, I would be a little concerned. What do you think?
That's like standing in the yard and like, I don't know, exercising, like spinning your rifle around or like turning your yard into a shooting range, or just so that your neighbor will never break into your house.
Right, or like just if you have like a shared fence, you just start piling up like your spare like propane tanks just up against that fence. They would be
Is
like
that a stick of TNT in there? What are you doing?
Could you just spread those out a little? Like I don't think
That's a real stick of TNT buried in propane tanks. Could you not?
Right. How much barbecuing are you going to be doing, for God's sake? So
Didn't even invite us.
So luckily, it's nothing that we need to report about. Obviously, it's not news, but is it news?
I think
Does it go in your pub?
the real scoop is the Ukraine. You know, they're sitting over there blinking a lot. Looks like kind of like Morse code. Like, oh, everything's fine. Help me, please.
Right. Their eyes are going SOS. SOS. No, we're fine. We're good. We're not even nervous. Help. What do you think?
Is that urine dripping down your leg?
Yes, it's comforting urine.
They've got nothing to worry about. That stuff never happens, you know.
Never.
No.
Never. Ask Crimea. Crimea
River.
River. All right,
It was
so
just
not
right
news.
there.
We're not making it. It's not making it in. Is that what I'm hearing? All right. Victor, how about you?
So we've all seen evidence of Japan and how they love the U.S. culture, right?
Yeah.
A lot of what we do, they imitate. A lot
Sure.
of what they do, we imitate. Well, Japan, in their latest act of flattery, I should say, They also sent out, then retracted, a false missile warning, just like in Hawaii last week.
Could they not find their Twitter login?
I think they felt left out.
Yeah.
They felt left out. So it's they
We have
sent
a
out a
missile
false
too.
alert. It was a warning of North Korean missile on Tuesday, just 3 days after the Hawaii residents received an erroneous message about an incoming missile.
Now,
North Korea appears to have launched a missile. The government urges people to take shelter inside the buildings or underground.
yeah, duck and cover.
Duck and cover.
Yeah, so everyone's gonna do it now. Now it's gonna be like Libya's gonna be like, oh, we have a rocket too, being and then France is gonna be like, well, je suis le rocket, and then I don't know French, but I assume that's how
Mon
you say
petit champignon.
it. And so yeah,
That means my little mushroom.
we've started another trend. That's America, and next everyone's gonna be like, well, we're gonna shoot an automobile into space. And
No, I'm thinking, the boy that cried wolf. We're
Yeah.
turning into like the planet that cried wolf. Pretty soon there will be a real missile, and everybody's gonna be like, "Shut up!"
Japan's gonna send up a Toyota, right? And
Looking at their phone, going, "This stupid thing again."
I imagine that at some point in time we're gonna take a picture with a telescope of space. There's gonna be a traffic jam of cars up there because we just keep shooting them up into space.
Actually, the most famous thing to be orbiting the Earth right now is a hammer.
A hammer?
One of the astronauts accidentally let it go while he was doing a spacewalk, and it's whoosh, in orbit.
That would be hilarious if that hit the car. It was just in the windshield, and we're like, found it.
Clunk! Fuck!
Insurance does cover that.
It
Hit by a
catch-
hammer doesn't
Yeah.
say has to be in space or
Yeah.
on ground.
Catches the
That's like
spaceman in the head.
inner space. That's not even that far out.
Yeah, it catches spaceman in the head, and you're like, oh, that's so gruesome.
Brutal.
All right, is it news, guys? Does it make it in?
I'm gonna go with
Yeah.
news. Yep.
2 for 2, bitches.
Victor is making a strong bid for the win this week. All right, I'm going to try and pull even here, or pull up at least, and close the gap some. After receiving over 2,000 public votes, I'm going to say all of these words wrong. Arina Alitavev was named Miss Virtual Shmenkent, which is the capital of South Kazakhstan. Making her a finalist for the Miss Virtual Kazakhstan contest. So great news for her, right?
Miss America type thing
Yeah,
over there.
but online.
With names we can't say.
They're doing it through Instagram. That is until she came forward and revealed that she's a man. So Kazakhstan ladies, you're gonna have to step your game up because man, that makes you wonder what like that region of women look like, right? If the guy's like, hey, look at me, right? Now
I don't know, man. I've seen some pretty convincing like cross-dressers or trans. Like
Yeah.
they can do a lot these days.
so the interesting thing is the gentleman who did this, who is like Ayla Dyaskev, isn't trans from what I've read, is not a cross-dresser. He did it to make a point. His quote was, many girls think that appearance is the main thing and that it's a hard job to be beautiful, but I argued with my friends that even a man could pass as a beautiful woman. I've been in the fashion world since I was 17, posing as a model and creating images. I can transform easily. I invited a photographer, a hairstylist, and a makeup artist, and then the Ariana's image was ready from that. So it was to prove that that essentially the woman image that we're used to seeing is something that's quite fabricated, right? It's something that is driven by makeup and hair and things like that, not necessarily a natural beauty of women. So
Right, you're not even seeing the real person, essentially.
Right, exactly. So I think an interesting kind of science experiment that went incredibly right. Does it make it into your publication, guys?
Keith getting all genuine on us here.
I know.
I'm gonna say yes.
Yeah?
I'm gonna say yes. I like it. It's kind of like one of those like that. That part of the world can be a little bit homophobic, so it's kind of just like a bit of a.
How many
slap to the
guys
face.
do you think were just jerking to it? Right? And we're like, oh, it fucking bang her.
They just have
And then that came out and they were like, oh, and they just were crying in the shower. Right? Like,
All right, Ace Ventura.
that's from the crying game. Thank you very much. He stole it. So awesome.
Yeah. I would say news, but when you said virtual at first, I thought you were talking about like an animation.
Oh, no. Yeah.
There's like a beauty contest for that.
We should do that. A virtual beauty contest of just anime characters. People would go for that too.
Oh yeah. Especially those Japanese people.
All right, Victor.
They're busy running from missiles.
Yeah.
So this story goes to prove that if you're enough of a pansy, everybody just gives up and works with you. Blind man scared of dogs to get UK's first guide horse.
You just ride it. You don't need it to guide you. You just lay on it and it takes you places.
Mohammed Patel, 23, has a degenerative condition called something I can't pronounce and has given up hope of having a guide animal as he has a phobia of dogs. I don't want it. I can't do it. I'm scared. Blah.
That was so racist.
That's exactly how he talks.
Yep. You're racist.
I can't do it. I hurt my back. I'm going home. Leave me alone. Yeah. But in a couple of years, he'll have his very own miniature horse to help him around the streets of his hometown.
Oh, it's a miniature
Blackburn.
horse. Oh my
It's a
God,
pony.
That's so adorable. Do you think they started with a cat and then the cat was like, no, fuck off? Like you just let him into holes and stuff?
They put the cat on the leash and just let them drag it around.
I think it's actually just going to be a dog. I think it's just going to be a very large dog.
Here's your horse. Oh, good, because I'm afraid of dogs. Yeah, no, this is definitely a horse. Woof, what's that? It's that's its mating call. It's just it's a weird.
My favorite thing, though, is that, dogs can be dangerous if untrained and scared, like a dog will bite.
Right.
But not a lot of people know this. Ponies, especially wild ponies, they bite all the fucking time. Like, if you get too close, they will bite you. They just chomp into you. So I feel like this guy's going to get bit either way.
I like to think that they got him a dog and they were like, is this morally wrong to get him a dog and lie about it? And the guy was like,
It's a Great Dane. He can pretty much ride it.
he'd be like, what we'll do is it's a dog that can't bark, so he won't know. And then we'll just tell him that the dog is horse. And then they were like, that's good enough. That's close enough.
It's a lot cheaper.
Yeah, done.
Occasionally, somebody stands near the dog and goes,
What other animals do you think they tried before they like centered on that? They were like, how about
I
an
feel
owl?
like a parrot might work.
Yeah.
A parrot. Take a left. Clunk. I mean a right.
Yeah, I imagine like they just tried a bunch of different things and they were like, well, an alligator's not going to work. And
I was thinking a chimpanzee, but the first chimpanzee they launched into space died because it spent the whole trip masturbating.
it was probably to that guy that was in the beauty contest. All right. So
He's gorgeous.
a guide horse that we think may be a dog. Is it news, guys?
I don't think so.
I almost went 3 for 3.
All right. I have one chance now to make up. I can tie it up here. I feel really good about this one. A New York lottery winner used some of his $1 million prize money to pay for a doctor visit he couldn't afford before, to be told he had stage 4 cancer and die several weeks later.
Oh.
So,
I
guys,
think you're just quoting an Alanis Morissette song.
Yes. So, guys, what we need to understand is that the Lord works in mysterious ways. All right. In this case, the Lord decided that Donald Savintano, who was an independent carpenter known for high quality work, doing things right, and reaching out to those in need, deserved to die a rich man so that he come to heaven, meet his Lord and Savior, who would say unto him, holy shit, Donald, you should have seen the look on your face. That was fucking priceless. Oh my God. You look so happy. Oh yeah, mysterious ways. Fucked up mysterious ways.
Also, you stole a stick of gum when you were 12 and you never asked for forgiveness, so get
Yeah.
out.
So yeah, that's what I imagine is that like Jesus and like Satan and God and Hitler, I don't know, whoever's all up there playing poker, and like he just pushed Donald into the middle and was like, all right, no, I feel really good about this. I've got pocket aces. If I lose, I will fuck up this guy's life. You have no idea. You want to watch a man fall? And then like Satan was like, I've got a full house, bitch. And then that like, all right, here we go. So it is definitely a lyric from a Alanis Morissette song. Is it news?
Yes.
Yes. Excellent. At the bell, I'm able to pull even. We tie up this particular this particular episode of the Weather Report. Gentlemen, have you come up with a name for your publication? Because people are going to want to go to the newsstands, flock to the newsstands and learn about poker games in heaven and men who look like women. And they need to know the name of the publication so they can rip it off the newsstand and pay for it.
You got a name?
You could have thought of this during the segment. You didn't have to wait until the very end.
I'm gonna go ahead and call it the "Why the hell are you still buying things from newsstands?" magazine.
That's fair. Okay, that's a fair assessment. That's probably not where that would go. It'd probably be on the internet, but since we found all of these on the internet, it would be completely worthless. So you guys, speaking of things that are completely worthless, have a brand new EP out. And
Wow, that was brutal.
we know them already, so I'm allowed to jibe with them. So the EP is called Water.
Correct.
Which I assume is not what it's made out of, because that would just ruin a CD player.
Yeah, no.
Like, download this onto your iPhone and just throw your iPhone away because it's screwed.
It's like there was an update for the iPhone a couple months back that there was a rumor going around that it made your iPhone waterproof.
Good old software updates.
You have to
A lot of people fell for it.
That's like the recharge your iPhone in the microwave one, which was awesome. So if people have an iPhone, they would have to listen to the entire EP through a jar of rice, I assume, to try and dry out the iPhone. Why water? What does that entail?
Well, it's like we're actually doing a series of these. The first one we released was Earth,
Okay.
and then Fire, and now this one's Water. And I think we discussed being the end of the series, but I'm still feeling like we should go on to, what is it?
Heart.
Yeah, well, Heart. I think there's like a Wind and then Heart, and then at the end we can do the full-length album that's just Captain Planet.
Yeah.
The
blood,
first track will be
tears.
Go Planet. That'd be awesome.
Which one did we released one last year, didn't we? You guys
Yes.
came on, and I
Yep,
think it was
so
a
that was
release.
Earth.
Okay,
Yep.
so we released Earth. We did, and again, we're gonna do a world premiere of a song from the EP Water, and it's called M.D.M.A, which all the kids know what that means, but for the adults who don't know what that means, what does that mean?
Well, it stands for, the official track name is Music Demands My Attention.
Right. Don't worry about it, parents. That's what it means. It's nothing to be worried about. Just
Ah, man.
music.
That's so disappointing.
Yeah.
Actually, that's a pretty cool title.
When your kids are going out and doing MDMA, they're just fucking loving their water music, and
Oh, yeah.
so it's not a drug, right?
No.
Not at all. Police people.
It's a feeling.
It's a feeling. So do you want to kind of set this up? We're going to play a little track from this. We have the entire track at the end of the show. If you want to fast forward to the 1 hour mark, you can listen to that now. But we have a little snippet we wanted to share. Do you want to set this up?
Yeah. Well, I mean, the song is basically just, growing up sucks. Kind of be nice to not have to worry about anything. But this is kind of a song about undying optimism in the face of adversity, I guess.
All right. So
I could
M.D.M.A.
use one of those songs lately.
Well, you're getting one right now. This is M.D.M.A. From Surprise Attack, their new EP.
Hyundai!
All
Water.
new dads need MDMA.
Cheers.
Now that I can see the burden that's been weighing down on me is something that I've created, and going down this path I've traded a simple life, the things I like, all without even knowing that I'm right. To take a chance, change the plans.
I think it's less porno-y and more beachy.
I feel like this is the backdrop for a woman's first lesbian experience. That's what I would put this as the
All right,
soundtrack.
Keith
of.
throws it right back into porn. I love it.
Yeah. No, like it's like oh my god, I'm discovering something new about, and then right into
Actually,
this.
I think I saw that porno once.
Yeah.
Pretty sure I know which one you're talking about.
Right. That's called. It was. We had a show about it, didn't we? We had hashtag. What was it?
Wet.
No. One of our earlier shows was like hashtag amateur lesbians or something like that. Newbie,
right. Yeah,
newbie
yeah.
lesbians. Hashtag newbie lesbians. Justin Rogers was on that one. So
What a great tactic.
yeah, exactly. Just hashtag things that people were like, I gotta watch that podcast. This is all audio. It's not even good.
These aren't women.
So very good. Still got the kind of jam funk feel to it, like you guys have. So delivering what we'd expect from
A lot
from what
of
you're doing.
changes in there, like a lot of like off beats and syncopations. Pretty awesome.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, for those who weren't here on the program last time or heard it, we were so eloquently described as porn funk.
Yeah.
Which is where this is coming from. And now we're like, all right, we don't want to be an exclusive porn funk band.
Right.
We need to change up our sound a little bit. So we come back with this new
Lesbian
single
porn
here,
funk.
and now it's lesbian porn. So
Every time we're just gonna pigeonhole you back into porn.
but it's a
Keith, there's
different
nothing
kind
not
of
consistent.
porn every time.
Right,
So
that's a good thing. You're spreading your wings a little bit.
it really shows our range as artists.
Yeah, your reach. You're spreading your ass cheeks and trying new things. And so, no, this is good.
Best porno I ever saw, though, was by far pterodactyl porn. It's hysterical, and I would love for you guys to write a song that sounds like pterodactyl porn. So that's your project.
I may or may not have actually seen that as well.
Yeah. See? All right. Write a song for it, and that one goes on the album Heart.
Yes, he was actually on set at the time. That's great, guys. So you're going to be releasing this album Saturday, May 17th.
February 17th.
Saturday, February 17th. And that's going to be at the Pearl Street Warehouse in Washington, D.C. That's the big release. So if people want to get the whole EP, they can go there.
Yes, we've got a really special show planned for that. It's going to be awesome. It's the Pearl Street Warehouse is in that new Wharf area in DC where they just opened up the Anthem, right?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah. And so this is a venue that's pretty much right next door to it. It's got huge capacity, great sound system.
Nice.
It's looking forward to this show more than any in a while. So
Cool.
yeah, it should be really great. And
And you have some other really great acts on the bill with you, right?
We're playing with the Chris Cassaday Concoction, which they're really awesome guys. They play a nice like bluesy kind of singer-songwriter, really, I don't know, just really awesome, lots of energy.
Yep.
And then also our good friend Sauce, who we've known for a while, and those guys are just top notch. We fucking
All right.
love them. So
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. Very cool. So, so that's going to be again Saturday, February 17th at the Pearl Street Warehouse in Washington, D.C. If anybody wants more information or you want to hear more music from Surprise Attack or see other shows that they'll be doing, go to www.surpriseattackdc.com.
Oh, hi Hyundai. So I don't know if you guys know, but February 16th is Chinese New Year. So you guys will be breaking in the year of the dog with a show.
oh yeah.
Yeah,
excited
very
about that.
nicely
A show
done.
about water.
Year of
Oh.
the Dutch
The
dog.
dog will spill all over the floor.
Which
So-
ironically, this year is actually the year of the horse. They're changing it up because people are afraid of dogs. So,
so he says, but I still think it's a dog.
yeah. All right, so great. Without further ado, I don't know if you guys are ready for this, but we've changed things up since last time you were here. You did This Week in History with us, but obviously since we're in our second year, This Week in History would just be last year's Week in History, plus maybe one thing. So we figured that wouldn't be entertaining. Instead, what we've done is we've created a new segment called Dear God, Please Just Get One Right. And this is our little game show that we've created. We've got some questions we're going to be asking you guys, and your job is to try and get just one right. The topic for this particular trivia game show was chosen by your predecessor, the people on the previous show, and that is Janata Pinata. The guys from Janata Pinata, and they chose the theme of poultry. So these are all questions dealing with poultry. Do you guys feel strong?
I mean, I believe we talked last time I
Fried
was here about
chicken.
my love for chicken.
That's right.
Fried chicken, yep.
Absolutely.
This is perfect.
So there you go. So you're going to probably know more about chickens than most would. This is going to be difficult, though. I'm not going to lie. But if you do get one right, you'll get to choose a prize from the box of fun here. We have Uncle Archie's box of fun that you'll get to choose a really shitty prize from. So without further ado,
Please, God, just get one right.
just get one right.
That's the story of my life, man.
Yeah. All right. So let's see. Which one do I got a bunch of them. Let's start with this one. I think this is good. There are more chickens in the world than any other bird species. There are even more chickens than humans on the planet. According to a 2011 Smithsonian Magazine article that I found online, approximately how many billion chickens were on Earth in 2011?
12 billion.
12. Do you want
12.
to? You with that? You going with him on the 12?
I'll go with 14 billion.
14. So we can call it 13. Split the difference.
Can I get a 16?
Sure.
Can I get 16? 16 billion chickens. Anybody's just 16 billion chickens. 18. We have 18. 18 billion chickens. 18 billion.
No,
20
unfortunately.
20 billion.
Unfortunately, no. 25 billion chickens. Seeing that there's only like 7
Holy
billion
shit.
humans, and that was in 2011.
Wow.
So I'm sure it's even more than that at this point. So that's how many chickens are out there right now. So unfortunately, not one right yet. Victor, do you have one? Maybe they can get yours right.
Hold on. 25 billion chickens?
Yeah, they're not like stacked. Just so you know, like
They kind of have to be.
no, they're spread around. They're stacked like in cages, and that's what Pete is mad about. But other than that, they're often like in one layer around the entire Earth.
All right, my question. How long does a chicken egg have to be incubated before it hatches?
Oh, that's a good question.
We did this in
Yeah.
like elementary school or something.
Yeah, in like high school you had to do it, right? And then you had a chick that followed you around.
12
Come on.
weeks.
12 weeks? I'm going to go under on that one. I'm going to go under that one.
21 days.
Yeah, 21 days.
Sorry, surprise attacks.
Yeah, 12
Surprise
weeks.
attacks. More than one surprise attack.
Because that would have
That's
been
a long time.
Yeah, that would have been what, like 4 months or something? Is that right?
12
3
weeks,
months. 3
3
months.
months.
3 months.
They never make it that far in my house, man. I eat them before that.
They're not going to hatch in your fridge. That's not how it works. All right, let's see. Oh, which ones do I want? Okay, here we go. To woo hens, roosters perform a little dance in which they make sounds like food calls, and they move their heads up and down, and they pick up and drop bits of food. What is the name of this dance? This is how they get some.
The
chicken dance.
Bop, 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 bop. No, not that unit. Do you have another one?
I don't know. I'm just going to go with a general one. The courtship dance, maybe?
That's a really good guess. It's called tidbitting, actually.
Ah.
Tidbitting, yeah. And the females particularly like roosters who do tidbitting. Apparently, they think that the wattle, the thing underneath the beak, is to like accentuate that. They also are drawn to roosters with a big comb on their head as well. Those are the features that apparently the ladies like in the chicken world.
Yeah, I'm gonna need to take a cue from that next time I go out.
Just go out.
you go.
Hey guys, I'm just gonna pick up a little bit of this food and drop it.
I did play an entire show it was like an audience of 3 people, and 1/3 of those people were dressed as a chicken with the whole comb thing. So,
Yeah.
you know,
What is the male mating dance for humans, would you say? Like, is there a thing? I mean, obviously there's like
hey, yo, girl.
no,
Hey, yo, shawty, you like steak? Outback Steakhouse.
yeah, I would think it would be so what are you majoring in? Like that would be the that's
There
right.
you go.
Yeah.
That's kind of the mating call, I would think, because let's be honest, college is like where it's all happening, right? And then that's the
Let's
thing.
be honest.
Yeah, let's be honest. That's
All right, next question. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Multiple choice. Which of these is not a breed of chicken? Is it A, the Wyandotte, B, Old English, C, Hamburg, or D, Toulouse?
Oh, that's tough. But you got a 25% chance here, which is better than all the others, I think.
I'm gonna go with C, the Hamburg.
I was gonna go with B.
C or was the urban?
Toulouse. Toulouse is a goose. Oh my gosh. Y'all are useless. Useless.
Oh my goodness. You should have known that. It's a type of goose. I don't know why you'd know that, but
Right.
Because it rhymes.
yes. All right. This is the easiest one I have, I think. So I'm hoping that you can get this. What dinosaur is the chicken, genetically speaking, the closest living relative of?
Well, I happen to think that all birds are literally still dinosaurs because the way they walk around, man, it just looks like. Yeah, I'm gonna say Velociraptor.
Velociraptor,
Yeah.
strong. They had feathers, I believe, right?
Yeah.
Didn't they say that?
Raptor.
Raptor, Veloci, and Raptor.
Yes,
Nicely done,
yes.
guys. You put two words together.
Don't want to commit to one type of raptor, just one general raptor.
All raptors. Unfortunately, no. It is the Tyrannosaurus Rex, the T-Rex. Yeah, you wouldn't think because it's so little. So
Yeah.
a chicken that size would be just horrifying.
Can you imagine a fried T-Rex?
I know.
Oh man, that must be delicious.
So good. It tastes like chicken. Giant chicken. All right, I have a bone.
All right.
What's that? You got one?
I have another question.
Okay.
You
Okay.
guys, are you ready for this?
Yeah.
Why does a chicken coop only have 2 doors?
I actually know this one.
Oh.
2 doors. Why does a chicken coop only have 2 doors?
One to go in and one to go out.
That makes sense. Do you have a guess?
Nah, that was gonna be it.
Would you like me to finish this or you got it?
Have at it, Keith.
Because if it had 4 doors, it would be a chicken sedan.
I should have seen that one coming.
I've got my last one. Here's my bonus question for you. Let's see if you can get this one. What year is it?
I don't know, man. Put me on the spot.
What year?
I got a better one.
What year is it?
In which U.S. state was the Rhode Island developed?
Rhode Island.
You've distracted.
Shut up. Oh my God, he
No.
got it.
You have too many questions. I have the bonus question. Let them finish. What year is it?
2018.
Good answer. What would you say?
I don't know, man.
Year of the horse. Shit.
It is the year. It's the year of the dog.
No, it's about to be the year.
Oh. All right. Well, I'm gonna say 2018.
All right. Remember that this entire quiz has to do with poultry.
Oh, it's the year of the rooster, man. I know
The
that.
year of the cock. There you go.
I know that.
It's gonna be the year of the horse and when you go to
It's the year of the dog.
It's not.
It's the year of the dog.
It's the year of the dog
horse.
disguised as a horse.
Right, it's totally a horse. I'm trying not to scare them, Victor. Why do you keep doing this?
Oh my God.
Yeah, it is currently the
Yes.
year of the rooster. It'll be the year of the dog when your concert happens, which is on Saturday, February 17th, the Pearl Street Warehouse, Washington, D.C. All right, so unfortunately, without a lot of help, you did not get any right. However, you do get to win at one thing, and that is you get to fuck with the next person who now has to take this quiz. So what would you like them to have to try and answer one question correct about?
Buttons.
Right.
I
Yeah.
don't know. I'm gonna go out on a limb.
Yeah.
I've had a fascination with didgeridoos.
Didgeridoos?
So maybe like Aboriginal music or something like that.
Okay. Like Aborigines?
Yeah,
Aboriginals?
yeah. That's a more
Aboriginal?
general talk. There you go.
I don't know. Aborigines? Is it
I actually
Aborigines?
don't even know the PC term for that. So like, if you're Australian,
Right.
please don't like send me hate mail or something. But yeah.
I think it's Aborigine, right? Aborigine?
Wait, what was your guys' website again?
Yeah. If you have any complaints, please send them to www.surpriseattackdc.com. Are you good with that? Aborigine?
I was gonna say, Rob Thomas of Matchbox 20's greatest hits.
Okay, Rob Thomas, maybe just in general. Would you rather have Aboriginal or would you rather have Rob Thomas?
Either way.
We can go with Rob
See, now-
Thomas.
Rob Thomas? Okay.
See, now it's all going to end, and it might as well be your fault.
Well, it's 3 a.m. So, All right, so we're going to do Rob Thomas next week. Make sure to listen to see how well the next guest does on that particular subject and how disappointed they are when they fail. And that concludes, Dear God, please get just one right.
Just
We didn't.
one right.
Yes, and you didn't.
So wait, for people who don't get visual gags from a podcast, the question that was the answer was 21 days.
Yeah.
I held up a big 2 and a 1, but apparently through Skype that looks like a 12.
Yeah, never
messed you
trust him.
guys up on that
I think
one.
I think Skype actually reverses them too. So it did say 21 to me, but I was just like, for some reason, reversing it in my mind. I was like, oh yeah.
So I fucked up in a way that made an unfucked up, and then you fucked up.
Yep.
Yeah.
Got it.
Great
All
team.
right.
You're a great team, guys. All right.
Nailed
so
it.
let's find out a little bit more about you guys. When you were here last, we did the Six Senses. Now what we're going to do is get 2 stories from you, one that's close to home and one that's far away on your adventures. This is a segment called Near and Far.
Near. Now go far again.
You want to get the close to home or the far away?
See? That's what
I'll
it's
do
all
the far
about.
away.
I understand.
All right.
That's not what he wanted you to say. Nope. All right. Do we want to start with near or far?
Actually, I'm gonna let Jay tell the far story because this is he imparted this experience on me. So I want him to do the far away, and I'll do the near. So you
I'm
begin
calling
with
it now. It has to do with chicken. Go.
It does.
Yeah. How'd you know?
It's pretty obvious. All right. So let's do far then. We'll start off with that. What is an adventure a story from adventures you've had out on the road or anywhere?
Okay, so we were playing this festival.
Yep.
It was called Front Porch Fest.
Oh, okay.
It was,
Yeah. Tacoma Park.
Was
That with that one?
No, this was down in like Floyd County, Virginia.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, it's
Nice.
like a 5-hour drive.
Nice. That's a good music area. They have Floyd Fest as well
Yeah.
down there. Yeah. Okay,
Yep.
cool.
And I went to school around that area. So went back down, and the whole time I'm just like, I'm starving the whole way. And of course, we had to stop. I know there's a Zaxby's exit 132.
Your radar goes off. You're like, there's chicken near here. I can feel it.
Yes.
Wait, do you guys hear that?
Yeah.
Chicken.
See, that's why I didn't get any questions right earlier. I'm more of an expert at eating them than I am at like knowing anything about
If I
them.
had said how many dead chickens are there in the world, you'd be like, I know this. Actually, I've memorized this number.
47
Because I ate them
myself.
all.
But yeah, so we go down there, and a reasonable plate there is like 3 tenders because they're
Right.
massive. And so like
Sure.
I get the 10 piece, and like I can barely go on for the last 2 hours of the drive because
Yeah.
I'm just dying.
Yeah, he reminded me of a southern pastor, just like with the napkin, constantly like wiping his brow as he's eating.
Like it's some type of eating challenge. You could have stopped, right? Like
And I only
Nope, you're
challenge
committed
myself.
at that point.
But
you were like, I've ordered these. I'm gonna eat them. I'm not throwing this away.
no,
Do you need a to-go bag? No, I am the to-go bag. This is the year of the doggy bag.
But then I had a pretty solid base from eating probably like 6 days worth of chicken
Right.
in one sitting. So by the time we get to Front Porch Fest, they told us you can drink all the beer you want.
Oh,
And that, I feel bad for them.
they did not predict that, huh?
So it was unlimited beer, and about maybe 2 hours in, somebody came up, and I don't think they knew it was coming because we got told you need to leave some for the other bands.
They were
they-
like, as much beer as you want, except not that much beer.
Right.
I don't
They
think
clearly didn't know you guys.
we had the same definition of unlimited. No,
We
but-
thought it was without limit, and what they meant was reasonable amount of beer.
Yeah. No, they were so cool about it, and it was a great festival all around, but I just don't think they saw that coming. I had so much Zaxby's in me that, like, an infinite amount of beer is just going to get drank. So,
Yeah. I'm surprised you're able to perform after that.
well, it was
Yeah, seriously.
like a little before the performance, slightly during, and then
Oh, and then just plowed after. Oh, that
Yes.
makes sense.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, that's when it
Try
happens.
to really kick it up into, the next notch after.
Yeah, we don't want you to have to take these home.
Yes. But
Can I get all of your unlimited beer to go, please?
made
That'd
the
be
classic
nice.
mistake that night. Didn't set up the tent. It was a camping festival.
Oh no!
And so
At night,
as I'm
drunk.
and it's so dark, and I'm just thinking, all right, well, now I just have to keep drinking so that I can sit in the car sitting straight up because there's too much gear behind my seat to actually lean the seat back. So I was
Right.
like, all right, I need to just sleep basically vertically in a freezing cold car. Then I drank even more beer. So
Yeah, I'm gonna have to
That
black
sounds
out.
rough, man.
Yeah.
yeah, but
Drinking beer.
that was a great experience for the band going down there, seeing a lot of acts
so,
there.
So
And
you're sitting upright in the car. Where are they sleeping?
We set up our hammocks, and it also started raining too.
Oh,
It started
no.
pouring, and it was like probably 50 degrees outside. So that was a fun night. Good team building exercise.
I'm gonna go out on a limb
Wow.
and say it wasn't one of those hammocks with a cover over it.
Oh well, we got some covers too. We put those up.
Oh,
But
okay.
that was that. I mean, those things don't take 2 seconds to put up. We were out in the rain. By the time I got like into the hammock, I was soaking wet and freezing. So that was it was fun.
Man.
So I actually thought I was being the, sleeping in the car, sitting up. I was like, oh, it's going to suck the most for me. I made the right choice.
Right.
Yeah. So
No, we've definitely, when we were touring, had times like that where one of the guys was like, I'm just gonna sleep in the van, and we like walked into the motel and we were like, oh, he lucked out. How about a story close to home? Something maybe about the rehearsal process or the songwriting process. You guys are recording your own EPs,
Rehearsal
right?
studio, perhaps?
So
Oh yeah.
yeah.
So, I mean, this is kind of corny and sappy, but figure this kind of fit with the theme here.
Yeah.
So we all went to different. Well, I guess Tom's the guitarist and Jay is the percussionist. They both went to Virginia Tech, but didn't really know each other beforehand. And I'd known these guys since high school and stuff, and we all went different places. And I don't know, just thought I would share that, like, as far as we got from each other, we still came back here, and we were still like near to each other in our hearts and minds, which is just really great because coming back from college and graduating into the real world and being like, oh shit, this sucks.
Yeah.
Was made a lot easier with these guys around. So
like
Music really connects people in a way that most other things don't. Like, I'm an engineer. I hang out with a bunch of engineers. That doesn't connect you like music
Yeah.
does,
Yeah.
Like, great art and whatnot, but no, there's nothing about the human condition that is like, I don't know, closer to the heart than music. So I get that. I definitely get that.
So do you guys feel like you came together like as a family? Do you have that kind of
I
connection?
mean, 4 out of the 5 of us live together now.
Yeah.
So.
Now, here's the question though. So with family, like I know I have siblings and stuff, and it just gets rough, right? Like we do horrible things to each other. Do you guys have that as well? Like, do you pick on each other, or like what is it that like bonds you guys as family too? Do you have those moments?
yeah, I mean, we tease each other, and with the band stuff too, it can get tense. It's hard work. So like there are times where it gets a little tense.
What
but
was the best like tease? What was the best moment where just everyone's bawling laughing because of like something that happened? Do you know?
I don't really know, man.
Is there a standing one that like always comes up? I mean, obviously we've got Jay and his chicken, so I'm
Yeah.
sure that's coming up all the time.
Yeah, that's a good
Every
one.
day.
I mean, we're weird. We're weird dudes, man. So we end up just cracking each other up by just being like really weird.
Being ridiculous.
Yes.
And like, all right, don't
stay weird.
Yeah.
Stay weird.
Yeah.
don't
That's
tell
the
anyone
best.
else I said this, but
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
like insanity ensues.
Oh yeah, and it ends up being just like the kind of stuff that when someone walks into the room is like, "What are you guys laughing at?" We repeat it, and it's just like, no.
No, we shouldn't have said that to anyone else.
Yeah.
Well, unfortunately, we have run out of time, gentlemen. Thank you so much for coming back on the show. Did you have a good time?
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. Great time. Thank you guys for having us.
So once
Seriously.
again,
so
Surprise Attack, they're releasing their new EP, Water. It's going to be released on Saturday, February 17th at Pearl Street Warehouse in Washington, D.C. Go to www.surpriseattackdc.com for more information and other upcoming shows and music. Also this week, Friday, February 16th, Vim and Vigor is at Rock and Roll Hotel in Washington, D.C. Better Homes is at Jam and Java in Vienna, Virginia. Saturday, February 17th, we have Surprise Attack, obviously, and Repco up at Ram's Head Live in Baltimore, Maryland. Please like our posts, follow us, retweet us, share the show on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. We cannot do this without you. If you don't forget to review us on Facebook, iTunes, and Google Play. Thanks to everybody for their contributions, including engineer Adam. Thanks most of all to Surprise Attack for wasting a perfectly good hour with us. This has been another wasted hour, and if you just realized that, don't blame us. We warned you.
See how we can make it on our own. Be yourself and know you're not alone to make the move. Gotta leave some behind. Just stay true to what you feel inside. If you're told things you're not to do, be yourself and be you through and through. There's no time to waste away your days. Do your do and take it all the way. Now that I can see the burden that's been weighing down on me, it's something that I've created, and going down this path I've traded a simple life for things I like, all without even knowing that I'm right. To take a chance, change the plans that I felt were once so clear. With every challenge that we face, we grow stronger day by day. So long as we pave our own way and keep going. Hey, hey! With every challenge that we face, we grow stronger day by day. So long as we pave our own way and keep going. Hey! Stay your course even when it's tough. Trust yourself, push, don't give it up. The time is now, don't let it pass you by. Be here now and know that you will fly. Now that I can see the burden that's been weighing down on me, it's something that I've created, and going down this path I've traded a simple life for things I like, all without even knowing that I'm right. Take a chance, change the plans that I felt were once so clear. With every challenge that we face, we grow stronger day by day. So long as we pave our own way and keep going. Hey, hey! With every challenge that we face, we grow stronger day by day. So long as we pave our own way and keep going. Hey, hey! 'Cause every challenge that we face makes us stronger every day. And we be paving our own way, we keep going. Hey, hey! 'Cause every challenge that we face makes us stronger every day. And we be paving our own way.